Who's good, potato spindly here? It's been a fucking minute. It's been an unexpected hiatus. I haven't been feeling great. Been low. Been really fucking low. Like lower than dirt. But whatever. Fuck it. I'm here to complain online again. That's half the fun. And this time it's gonna be my unorganized thoughts on mission-based games. Or at least what I consider to be mission-based games. We'll go over the entire spectrum. Basically what you would consider a mission-based game to be is anything with some sort of quest system set up. I don't like that. Because whenever you look at it, technically every game's a mission-based game. Now, not all of them. Some of them don't have side objectives or anything like that. Some games are just pretty straightforward. Get in here, punch this, drive this, whatever. But questing is a staple of gameplay, especially now more than ever. It's even worked its way into fighting games and driving games and fishing games and all sorts of other shit. Probably the only thing that has been saved from it is sports games. Only place that I haven't seen some sort of fucking quest system. So saying that anything with some sort of go to objective A, collect this bullshit, do this, do that, kill this, shoot that, steal this, eat this, take a shit in this toilet, being considered a mission-based game is an insult. It's a fucking staple at this point, okay? It is almost essential to gameplay in order to have the player's attention. If you're going to go ahead and label it all as a mission-based game, there's got to be some other factor. Because pretty much everything has a fucking mission. Everything. Every last little fucking detail. Fucking drives me bonkers. You can't just take one specific aspect of the genre overall and put it in its own subcategory. We have video games. I'll bring this up in a second. We have video games, and then we have third-person shooters and hack-and-slash RPGs and JRPGs, racing games, fighting games, first-person shooters, open-world sandbox, crafting, survival, horror, walking simulator, all that. The list goes on, and then you have this big-ass, broad block of mission-based games. That is not what I consider a mission-based game to be. What I consider a mission-based game to be is something that has a main area that you stay in, a little hub, a little headquarters, or a menu that you spend large amounts of time in. You can upgrade shit and buy shit and sell shit and save the game and look at galleries and look at syllabi. And the entire game is segmented up in bite-sized pieces that you can fool around with, that you can farm, that you can play, that you can enjoy yourself with. That is why I consider it to be a mission-based game, because you can progress the story or you can replay the same missions and get new shit. You are specifically choosing to leave your central headquarters, whatever form it may take, and engage in combat or a fetch quest or whatever in an area of operations. Let me go ahead and just grab the block. These motherfuckers are what I consider to be mission-based games. They all have those traits in common. You have a central hub that you hang out in, you select the mission, you enter the area of operations and play around with it. Let me go ahead and just fucking set this shit down so I can go through the list of garbage and faff that people don't want to hear about. Here's looking at you, unicorn. Okay. Gun Pixies. Central hub, couple of menus, couple of shops. You can go ahead and select what mission you want to do, skip the story, hop into it, guns blazing, do your stupid shit. Demon X Machina, you have a central hub. You're able to upgrade your suit, continue to farm, unlock shit. Nice. Mission select, all that. Darkest Dungeon. You can't really see that shit because it's all blacked out. I don't know who the fuck designed this case. They suck ass. Central area. Select the mission. Undertake it. There are also roguelike aspects to this. Nice and fluid. This is more of a chapter-based game. But once again, you can access everything in this from a menu. You can skip the story. There's replayability. All that good shit. God Eater. All the fucking God Eater games. I love these things to death. Once again. Central hub. Select a mission. Go there. Do your thing. Squirrel Zombie Hunter. Same fucking deal. Central area, big menu, select a mission, do your thing, farm up, get shit. The list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and fucking on. Even Jump Force, on and on and on and on and fucking on and fucking on and fucking on. Even if you just use this, is a big ass block. It is hard to escape from. That, like, this also includes fucking I hate to admit it, Black Ops games, Call of Duty games, Battlefield games, Rainbow Six, pretty much any PvP game that is lobby based, because you are technically following it. You're selecting your loadout, you're selecting your character, you have your passive traits, whatever the hell, and you enter an area of operations for a designated amount of time, do your thing, and you leave. I'm willing to accept that. Because it's more of selecting a mission as opposed to having a game with missions in it. And the nice thing about this genre specifically, the way that I qualify it, is because it's segmented up into a mission base, area of operations, hub. Area of operations, hub. From the hub, you select the area of operations you want to enter. Simple. You can leave the game for long periods of time, not touch it for months. Hop in and select a tutorial mission. You can choose to play a tutorial instead of having to restart the game, which a lot of games gonna have to do, unless you want to do a lot of reading, unless you want to just check the controls and forget a lot of fucking elements in the game. That's critical whenever you're playing an RPG, I might add. It's nice to hop in, 2-3 minutes in a tutorial mission, skip all the story, just read the essential bits, and figure out the rest for yourself. It's nice to be able to do that. Just hop in, hop out, do your thing. I love the fuck out of that. It's the difference between... How do I want to say this? It's the difference between labeling everything having to do with one aspect as a whole as one thing, enveloping the majority of the gaming industry, which really makes the staple appear as less than it is, or it's having a subgenre of game based around the way that the game plays. And that feels a lot more organic to me. Because if everything with a mission is considered a mission-based game, I know, that sounds fucking stupid, it sounds like it's ridiculous. If everything with some form of quest system, some sort of reward system, is considered to be a mission-based game, so what the fuck do you call those? Because they're not exclusively fighting games, they're not exclusively RPGs, they're not exclusively hack and slash, they're not exclusively... But they all use some sort of minor system. They all use something similar. They all have the same layout. So if that's not a mission-based game, it's considered a mission-based game. But if that's not the definition of a mission-based game, then how the fuck... Oh, I'm winded. Give me a second. It's been a while since I've done a video. It's early in the morning. I can barely even fucking think. In all honesty, the only thing I'm considering is a triple shot espresso. No, I want depresso espresso. That's what I want. I want depresso espresso. That's sounding good, but it's a little late and I have to be up early. How can I sum this up? The idea of everything with some sort of quest/mission reward system being considered a mission-based game. And the more I say it, the more fucking twisted it sounds. It is like saying anything made from beef is steak. Whenever you get beef, there's a lot of ways to process it. There's specific cuts that you use. Everything's going to have its name. You know, a tenderloin is not the same as a flank steak. You know, ground beef, you know, it goes through a different process. And it's not going to end up like a T-bone. And just because you have a hamburger patty, that doesn't make it a burger. That can still be just a piece of ground beef. It can be meatloaf. It can be whatever the hell you want it to be. It's all on how you present it, the core elements of it, and where it comes from. And this thought, the gaming industry is the beef. And then you have all these smaller genres. Now, what cut of a cow is the vast majority of a cow? You got some bigger cuts, you got some smaller cuts. You have some different and more popular ways of processing the meat. But one's not gonna be the overall. Either way, the meat has to get cut off the corpse. But it's still gonna be separated. It's gonna go for different prices, it's gonna be prepared for different dishes. So, if a mission-based game is thought to be, let's just go with the most popular thing, or one of the more popular things. Let's just say sirloin or rib, beef rib or sirloin. Let's just say it's one of those two things. Can you imagine how big those fucking roasts would have to be? It's a large portion of the cow, for sure. But at the same time, it doesn't take up, 3/4 of the fucking cow. Not even close. Doesn't take up the entirety of it. No slice of beef is going to take up that much of the cow. So whenever you take this large segment, it really bugs me, especially when there is something so refined that stands out inside of the gaming industry that people consider to just be like, a way to display it. Well, that display can be a genre of its own. It creates an entirely different playstyle as opposed to just hopping into Fallout. You hop in there, sure, there's quests, there's missions. You hop in GTA 5, sure, there's quests, there's missions. You hop into Witcher, sure, quests, missions. You hop into one of the more recent racing games. You hop into fucking Stardew Valley. You hop into all that shit. There's missions. There's goals. There's all that shit. It's more of a staple, The quests and mission systems have almost become the beef itself. So if you're labeling it all as a mission-based game, where does it really stop? And how can we shrink this down and start creating more subgenres? Add more cuts, make it a more elegant chart as opposed to just slap this big ass sticker over that motherfucker. This is what you want. The fuck am I trying to say? If I'm in the mood for a hamburger, I'm not gonna want ribs. And if I order ribs and someone brings me a hamburger, there's a fucking issue. And if I order a hamburger, but it's on the menu as ribs, which I don't know how that'll work out. No, if I want ribs, but I don't see it, I order a hamburger, they bring me ribs. I'm going to be happy about it, but at the same time, it's mislabeled. There's just so many... It's a small thing. It's always the small stuff that agitates me. And I complain just to be a little bitch. That's half the fun, though. I want people to get annoyed. I guess the biggest reason this bugs me is looking right here. There is not a single game that doesn't fit into that category. This is spanning many genres. Different types of shooter, even puzzle games. Survival games, crafting games, all that good shit. All of it's mission-based. Every last one, from God of War, Sword Art Online, Rage 2, Catherine, Gundam Versus, going down to the Evil Within, Project Eva X even, Mighty Number 9, No Man's Sky, Ultra Spare Girls, Terraria, 7 Days to Die, Ratchet and Clank, Bloodborne, Destiny, of course. Oh, New Gundam Breaker. That also fits into the category that I would like these to be labeled as. Fucking Nobunaga's Ambition. Fucking great game if you haven't played it, by the way. Even this shit up here. Fucking Turok, even. I got Turok, I got fucking Pokemon Snap, I got Rainbow Six, I got Perfect Dark. Oh, it's got missions. The classification has to mean something more than there is a quest system involved. That's really the nitpicky thing about it for me. So, I mean, someone needs to figure some shit out. I'm gonna lose my mind. It's like needing to crap, but you can't do it in public. Your body just won't allow it. You're fighting it. You're pushing until your anus bleeds. But at the end of the day, you still gotta go home to take the dump. That analogy is gross and doesn't make sense. Well, I guess that's it for this Unorganized Thoughts. Like and subscribe. Keep on keeping on. I am going to go to sleep.